Coming at you live from beautiful Lake Norman, North Carolina. It's CSR. We're back.
We back.
Let's go.
I'm Doug.
Nah, I'm Steven.
And I'm Justin.
We're back in the studio for episode 10. 10, a perfect 10, guys.
It's my lucky number.
We got a few things that we're going to talk about tonight. Actually, we have a lot. But we have a few things. We're going to probably go off script, knowing us, off our lineup here.
What, we do that?
Nah, not us.
What?
We'll probably talk about stuff we didn't mean to talk about. So just follow along if you're playing at home. Just scratch that off. We'll keep it moving. But yeah, we're gonna get into. I think we're gonna go NHL first. Is that correct, guys?
Yeah, let's go.
Yep.
Canes.
We'll talk about upcoming hockey season, which is getting ready to kick in. But we'll go ahead and talk about an update on the Canes, and then we'll talk about watch party coming up for our Caniacs in Lake Norman.
Yeah, definitely. Canes kicked off preseason against Tampa Bay. We had 2 games against them, and they're actually playing tonight against the Predators. We are 1-1. We won the first game 3-1. Again against the Lightning, and then lost 8-5. So that was a high-scoring hockey game.
Yeah, that was a good one.
So I mean, hey, we're putting up points. I like it. I know what's going on with our goaltending. That's something we had issues with in the past.
Right.
But I mean, what do you guys think? I mean, look, based off how we're playing, we're playing pretty good.
Well, we got all these new players, but we're still projected to be a playoff team. I think the players that we picked up were excellent. I mean, it's going to take a while for us to, we all said we were going to do a fantasy hockey, right? So we learn these players.
Yep.
We still got time.
We're going to do that for the Canes.
Mm-hmm.
But we'll start a fantasy hockey. We'll do that more, toward the regular season, right?
Yeah.
But I mean, I hate to say it. I mean, of course, we think that the Canes will be good, and we hope so anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Looking good so far. The one thing I got to note about that, we talked about on the last episode, is that we are actually playing the whole league this year. We're not just playing in division. So that when we travel to the West Coast, there'll be different, things that are going to affect our win and loss.
Right.
So just think about that.
Different teams, different players.
Yeah, I mean, it's a good thing, too, because, last year with the, condensed schedule, I mean, these teams got used to us and we got used to them, so the hockey was a little bit different. Now we're going to see a team that maybe we want to see twice a year. It could be we see them in, November, and then we see them in March, So
Right.
it's going to make it all around better team.
Yeah, we need to capitalize on those two teams we haven't played in a while. We probably need to, really focus on those games and beat those guys.
Well, you got the powers in the West. You got Vegas.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, I don't know. Tampa's still the team to beat. I think until somebody knocks them off, they're the 2-time champs.
Yep.
You got to give them their respect. But with hockey, I mean, we have an expansion team this year.
Mm-hmm. The Kraken.
We are our Lake Norman group. We do have. We are already talking about doing 2 road trips.
Yeah.
To Raleigh, and we're going to go check out the Kraken. I think is one that we are going to go check out because Rick, owner at On Tap, he's a Seattle guy.
Yeah.
And we told him we would do a trip up there to see that. So I think we're going to do that in Dallas.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Because of our friend of the show, Ben.
Yeah.
Who's a big Dallas fan. So we're also going to make those trips. So
Gross.
anything else on the Canes? I'm going to talk about the watch party coming up. Anything else?
No, I think we're good on that.
Good. And you got a score update?
Yeah, 1-1.
1-1 tonight. There you go. It's live.
That's live, baby.
We do have a Caniacs watch party. Lake Norman Caniacs watch party will be October 16th, 8 o'clock. We'll be playing the Preds, and that'll be in H2 Public House. H2 Public House.
Yep.
And that's in Cornelius, and we are going to be there. I think, like I said, 8 o'clock. That's 2 days after opening night. So hopefully we'll be 1-0.
Yeah.
Going into that, but hey, come on out. Again, when we were in Dallas this weekend for the Panthers, I had several people ask us about the Caniacs as well.
Yep.
And we told them, hey, come check us out. And we're not just going to be centered in Mooresville or Cornelius or Denver. We call it Lake Norman for a reason. So anything around the lake, hey, come check us out, and we have a good time. And you guys know we did it up during COVID,
Yeah,
man.
definitely.
We were there.
Yep.
So just come on out to the H2 Public House and check out the watch party. That is October 16th again.
And shout out, you're the vice president of our group,
Yep.
Dougie Fresh, and
Yep.
then our good friend of the show, Kevin. He's the president. He's putting us all together. So come out, show some support, have a good time, watch some hockey, get to meet us. I mean, what else? What more do you want?
Yeah,
I
what
mean,
do you want?
I mean,
one
come
of
on.
y'all said, we'll sign some shit. Is
Yeah.
that what y'all said?
Yeah.
We'll sign your shit. I don't
Yeah,
care.
just be careful what it is.
Yeah.
But we will definitely do that. But we have a good time. I mean, win, lose, or draw, we have a good time.
Yeah, definitely.
All right. So anything else, Canes? We're good.
Yeah. I think-
NHL, we're good.
Yep.
All right, we're going to dip right into the NBA and the Hornets.
We back.
Hey,
Buzz City is back.
played last night.
Yeah, played against the Thunder. We were in Oklahoma City. We did win 113-97. We looked good from the highlights I could see. We couldn't. There was nothing we could watch it on. It wasn't on like NBA TV or
Right.
anything like that. So it was kind of hard trying to catch some highlights. But from what I saw, LaMelo looked good. He looked like back to being healthy. I do see maybe we need to work a little bit on defense. Had some turnovers. First preseason game, it's expected.
Yeah, it's gonna be a little rough.
Yeah. So we did have a rookie go off. Justin, you want to talk about him?
Yeah, Book Knight.
Yeah,
Book
Knight.
Yeah, boy dropped 20.
Yeah, good.
He
for
looked
him.
good.
Yeah.
I think he hit 1-3. But really, his drive game is ridiculous.
That's what I
Good.
noted last night. There was one highlight where, man, he just drove in and he like just finger rolled it
Yeah.
off the backboard.
And
It was pretty sweet.
Yeah.
He's got speed. So him and Ball out there at the same time, throw Bridges out there, like nobody's gonna keep up with them.
It's gonna look like Showtime.
Yep.
I did see where Rozier made a comment that he owes him $20 for some money because he hit 20. I think I don't know what the
Oh,
bet.
really?
I don't know what the bet was.
was.
Friend of the show, Terry Rozier. He could let us know. Maybe hit us up on social media. We'll find out what the bet was.
Yeah.
But yeah, I did see that, and that's good team camaraderie. I like seeing stuff like that because that shows you that they're challenging each other and they're having fun and that kind of type of stuff.
Yep.
Justin, do you have any update on the Miles Bridges rap rap song?
Still nothing. He has not hit us up. So we're still waiting on him and Terry to talk to us about that. So
Steven, call him up right now. Tell him to call the show. We got to figure out what we figured we were going to use that as an opening on the show one time.
All right, hey Miles, hey, we're recording the show right now. Hey, could you just give us an update? Oh, you want me to fuck off? Okay, see you later, man.
He said no sneak peek.
Okay.
yeah.
So what else on the Hornets, guys?
I was kind of watching Gordon Hayward coming back from that injury.
No.
He
He got injured?
Yeah, I know. Breaking news. But he's starting. He looked good out there. I mean,
Yeah, he did.
he looked
Breaking
athletic.
news.
Yeah, get it, breaking. But no, he did look good. We want him healthy. If he's healthy, he's going to contribute a lot to our team. Being a vet,
He's a
we're-
scorer,
and
man.
and we're a young team, so we kind of need that kind of guy in our locker room and on the floor when it's a tight game and we're looking for someone to lead us. He can be that leader for us.
Yeah.
I know we had talked in an earlier podcast about him possibly being traded. I hope we try to work it out that he stays.
Yeah, I'd like to keep him.
Especially getting Plumlee. We got some young centers. Hopefully they can step with Kai Jones and and people like that can kind of step up and we can go from there.
Yeah. No,
So-
I agree with that. Also, PJ Washington came off the bench. I think he's going to be kind of a role player there. He looked really good.
I like to see him as a role player.
He put up
honestly.
14
Yeah.
full boards. So, I mean.
And he hit 3 threes, too.
Yeah. So, and I did see a quote by Miles Bridges. I don't know if you guys saw this on his starting role. He said, "I wouldn't want to play for any other team. I love this team. I think we can do something big this year."
Yep.
I love hearing things like that. I mean, I know it's just a bunch of words on paper, but I mean, I truly do think these guys like playing with each other.
Yeah.
I do. I can see a little bit of a camaraderie with the team there.
There's good chemistry there, honestly.
Yeah, and I guess that's the thing about them all being young. They're into the similar things. They can connect off the court. They can help them on the court.
Right.
But like I said about Gordon, some of these older players, we need that veteran presence when time gets tough.
Oh, yeah.
We need someone to lead them because they are so young.
Yeah.
Right. Well, we're looking for big things this year out of the Hornets, and we're actually getting some coverage.
Yeah.
I know that's the mellow factor, but hey, I'll take it. Any
Yeah.
coverage we can get is good. So
Oh, yeah.
Definitely. So baseball. Hey, we both made the playoffs, guys.
Let's
Braves
go.
to St. Louis. What you want to tell us the final standings there, Justin, and
yeah.
kind of the playoff bracket we got going on?
Oh
Yeah.
and we are the last seed.
But you
That's fine.
But you had a better record than we did.
That doesn't matter.
That's fine, dog.
Hey, but guess what? We're in.
Yep.
That's all that matters.
You gotta get in to win it, right?
That's right.
That's all that matters.
And your prize is the Dodgers, who won 106 ball games.
Ooh. Like you said, it sucked to win 106 ball games. Get out in the
I will have a bold
first night
prediction.
of the playoffs.
At the end of this MLB segment, I will have a bold prediction.
All right.
All right, so we got Yanks in Boston playing right now as we're live.
Go ahead, Steven. Say it.
Or
Fuck a team.
yeah. We got St. Louis and the Dodgers playing when?
Tomorrow night.
Tomorrow night.
8 o'clock.
Wayno
Wayno
versus Scherzer.
Yeah.
That's going to be a good matchup.
Yeah, very good.
That's an 8-10 game time. Tampa's still waiting. Giants are still waiting. We got Milwaukee Friday.
Charlie
Martin. And the Sox and Houston play. When is that? A Saturday game? Or is that Thursday?
That one I couldn't tell you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
We don't care about those teams, so.
Yeah, there you go.
But I mean, just to kind of give it up, I mean, Atlanta was 88 and 73, St. Louis 90 and 72. Atlanta first in NL East, Cardinals second wild card team.
Mm-hmm.
So
4 years in a row too.
Yeah, for the Braves, yeah.
Yeah.
So kudos to both our teams. We made it in. Hopefully, we
Right.
don't see you in the second round of the playoffs. Because
Yeah,
you know what's going to happen.
if we beat LA, we get to go to San
San Fran.
Fran. Nice.
So, buzz saws for you guys.
But there was, I know, Stephen, you had mentioned, which I think is a good shout out in your notes. You were talking about the division titles for the Braves.
Yeah.
That was a little surprising for me. I knew the Braves had won a lot of division titles,
Mhm.
but I would have just naturally thought that the Yankees had won the most.
Yeah. I mean, 21. That's most in
yeah.
MLB history. So
And
it's interesting.
and when I saw your notes, I said, well, the Cardinals have been around, as you said. I think you said God or Jesus used to watch us.
Yeah. He was in the stands. He was buying some popcorn.
So I looked it up.
He was stuck in the concession stands.
I looked it up. I figured, well, let me see how many division titles the Cardinals have won. We've won a combined 14. We've won 11 Central and 3 East.
Oh,
So,
okay.
and 11 World Series titles. I thought I'd throw that in. So, yeah, that'll add to your notes there.
Yeah.
So go Braves.
Yeah. I think we are going to support each other in the playoffs as long as we're not playing.
Yeah, until we get to
Um,
that second
We're
round.
not even coming over here when we play you, Doug.
Yeah.
That's gonna be tough. I did want to throw in for my Redbirds since we are the last seed. Tyler O'Neill did get National League Player of the Month. He's been hammering the ball.
Good for him, dude.
And Wayno just signed a 1-year deal for next year.
Yep.
$17.5 million 1-year deal.
Wow.
What is he, 38?
So yeah, he'll be actually 40.
40. Ooh.
I mean,
and
Charlotte Morton's 39, and we signed him to another 2 years, I think.
Wayno won 15, 16 games this year. So, hey, why not bring him back? Him and Yachty both coming back. So, I did see World Series odds, guys. And you know who the last 2 teams were?
What's that?
Braves and Cardinals.
Yeah.
Oh, let's go.
Hey, fuck y'all's teams.
So, we were last. Y'all were right above us. So, actually, who do y'all think had the best odds to win the World Series?
I'd probably say the Dodgers.
Dodgers.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, look at that team. I mean,
Yep.
jeez.
Yep, the Dodgers.
Even without Trevor Bauer, which, we're not going to talk about that.
Yeah,
but without probably their second best pitcher.
I mean, they still got three aces.
Them to go trade out and get Scherzer at the trade deadline. I
Yeah.
mean, Jesus.
So, I did say I would throw out a bold prediction with MLB.
Go for it.
I don't care if the Dodgers have won 106 games. I don't care that they're awesome. We're going to take you down tomorrow night. That 17-game winning streak we had was no fluke. Y'all going to come in big-headed. We're just going to go ahead and take it to you. And guess what? Y'all going home with 106 victories and an L.
Let's go.
So there's the bold prediction
I like
for my
it.
Redbirds.
I'd like to see it.
I'd love to see that.
Yeah.
And
So
then
we
you
might
guys
not
will
go
get
any further, but we're going to take y'all out tomorrow
So I
night.
want you to do that and then lose.
Yeah.
lose to the Giants.
Yeah.
And one other thing I did see, guys, I know this is really not a big deal, but we covered a little bit of the Major League Draft in one of our earlier episodes. And I did see the draft order for next year. You guys are drafting 20th.
Mm-hmm.
We're drafting 22nd. So we're right there together.
Right.
So don't take our player.
Hey, and just going back to the NHL, the Predators just scored, so now it's 2-1.
Shit.
Start of the second period.
Damn it.
So I'm gonna throw some history at you for the Braves too. Austin Riley, being 24 years old,
Yes.
he is the third baseman to have a 100 RBI season. The other two, can you guys name them? I know you can because we had.
I
Talked
can't
about
remember
it.
the other dude's name, but I mean,
Okay.
one of them, yeah.
Yeah, I mean one of them you can just take a guess.
Yeah.
Chipper.
Yes.
Wow.
Now
was
this,
amazing.
Now this one, I mean, I think you might went to high school with him. His name is Eddie Matthews.
Eddie Matthews.
Yeah, he played in the 50s.
Actually, he was a couple grades ahead of me.
Oh, was he? Okay. I
Your
gotcha.
best friend.
But there was only 2 for the Braves. I mean, I didn't even know who Eddie Matthews was. He played, like I
Yeah.
said, in the 50s.
Yeah.
When I did Google him, he's one of the best. He's known as one of the best third basemen to
Yeah.
play in the major leagues. So,
Yeah, he was good.
couple more I got for us. Max Fried, second half of the season, had the best ERA with 1.74 in MLB. So he has been
Let's
playing
go.
lights out. So when we beat the Brewers the first game, he's lined up for second.
Mm-hmm.
So we know the timeless wonder Charlie Martin.
Charlie.
He's facing off Friday. And then I do want to shout out Bryce Elder. He won minor league pitcher of the year for the Braves with the Gwinnett. He had 11 wins. He had a 2.76 ERA and 151 strikeouts.
Cool.
And we got him last year or in 2020 draft as a 5th round pick. So like to see him. Hopefully he'll hit us soon.
And what'd you say? He was like, what, 23?
Yeah, 22, 23
Yeah.
years old. So he's young.
He'll probably be coming up next year.
No, I hope so. I mean, I think he did maybe came up a couple times.
Yeah, he probably did.
Just kind of real
Because
quick.
Braves had a lot of
yeah.
injuries at one point.
Exactly.
so-
Maybe came in really like a relief or something like that.
Yeah.
But shout out Bryce. Hope to see you soon. Throwing some Ks.
Yeah, man.
Now, I gave my bold prediction on my first series, which is a 1-game take-all. So let me hear about you Braves, man. What do y'all think? Because, I mean, I'm going to go ahead and tell both of y'all, the Brewers came from in the Central. They're just Central champs, and that's who we play. The Brewers are solid, man, and they got their bullpen is
Yep.
loaded.
Mm-hmm.
That's
So I don't know what y'all guys are feeling, so go ahead.
that's the only thing I'm worried about is if it comes down to like those 2-1 games where, it's the bottom of the ninth and you need one score or whatever.
Yeah.
Like I'm worried about those. But our offense, I'll match up against any
Right.
offense in the league, honestly.
So the bullpen is more where you're gonna
Is
I guess
where I'm
eke
worried.
it or swear.
Yeah.
So in other words, you need to get on them early.
Well, I mean,
Definitely.
they have no one. They have no one with power really.
Right.
They've
right.
got a bunch of contact hitters.
Right.
They got really good pitching. So it's old school baseball, really.
It is. It is.
So, if we can put up 6 or 7, I think we'll be fine.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. I mean, our bats will compete with anybody in MLB. I mean, the trades we did at the trade deadline, which I know we had talked about a lot. I mean, they have played solid for us. Duvall, Soler, Rosario. I mean, they have really stepped up and kind of filled the void of Acuna being gone.
Yeah.
So I mean, if our bats are hitting good and we can just maintain
Yeah.
pitching wise,
Yeah.
I think we got a good shot. I think we're sweeping the asses. I think it's 3-0.
Let's go.
Whoa.
Get the
go.
brooms.
And then we'll see y'all.
And y'all do open up. Y'all do open up in Milwaukee.
Yeah, we do.
So you say a sweep.
I'm gonna get the brooms out, buddy.
Sweeping them to
That's
the curb.
I mean, I had a bold.
bold
That's a
prediction?
bold.
You
That's
said
a
bold
bold prediction. So hey,
Get the
that's
broom-
what I'm talking about.
Get the brooms out.
Steven is
for the
all
Brewers.
in. Listen up, Vegas. He's all in.
I'm not betting anything though. I
So
ain't, got, no money. I ain't
just-
got no money to bet.
Just remember, we talked about this too.
Please support us.
If we're wrong, so what? How many times have we ever been wrong in our life, guys?
About every time I open my mouth.
Yeah.
So we're making bold predictions. If you don't like it, have one too.
Fucking
All
keep.
right. Anything else baseball?
I think that's it for me.
Do we have a score update?
They haven't even started.
Here we go.
They're starting
Here we
right
go.
now.
First pitch. So yeah, we still got no score update for Yankees and
I'm
Red Sox.
about to see the first pitch.
Yeah, we got to see first pitch.
Homer.
So all right, so we're going to go from MLB to college football.
Yeah.
And I'll start out if you guys don't mind,
Yeah,
because
go
I
for
always
it.
give the Niner update real quick. Niners took a tough loss up in Champaign, Illinois. They were actually leading at halftime. Looked pretty good. Fell apart in the second half. Lost 24-14. Again, another out-of-conference game, so we didn't lose
Yeah.
in the conference. So we're sitting at 3-2, still 1-0 in Conference USA as we head to FIU this week, who is 0-1 in the conference and 1-4. And they're having a bit of a head coaching controversy down there. It's been circulating on social media today that Butch Davis apparently notified FIU he was retiring, and they actually posted the job on their website.
On Indeed.
Yeah, and then
Can I go apply right now?
Then he comes back and he says he didn't tell anybody he was retiring. I mean, it is crazy, guys. So we'll see what happens. So we don't even know if they'll have a coach Friday, but the Niners are a 3.5-point favorite on the road.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
So chance to go 2-0 in Conference USA. So we need it, Niners. So get your act together and let's go down there and get a win.
Yeah, well, from what I saw, I mean, I didn't get to watch the game, but I did see. I just looked at stats for you guys. I mean, it looked like the offense didn't play terrible. It was mainly the defense couldn't stop the run. I mean, gave up 336 yards rushing. That's
And we'll talk about
That's
that later in the show.
That's a lot of yards.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll talk about not stopping the run later in the show with another team.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
But I mean, it looked like the offense didn't play terrible. I think the quarterback he threw what 2 picks?
Yeah.
1 pick, 2
Yep.
picks. So
Mm.
we'll see.
But like I said, go Niners. Come
Yeah.
on back with a win. We need it.
Yeah. Hopefully y'all get a win. Let's talk about the real win though. UNC over Duke.
Fuck you, Duke.
Y'all want to say it together?
Yep.
Fuck you,
Fuck it, Duke. Fuck it, team.
But no, Sam looked good.
Yeah.
321 yards, 3 touchdowns. I mean,
Bounce back.
it seems like he goes.
Yeah, he's having those peaks and valleys.
Yeah, it's up and down, up and down.
But we did add, and in case any of you didn't see or listen to the first couple episodes. By the way, didn't Charlotte beat Duke?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So I'm 2-0 against Duke this year.
Let's
All right,
go.
so guess what? Hey, Dukies. Well, I'll kiss a family show. Suck it.
Suck it. Yeah, I mean, the offensive line struggled once again, though. Sacked 5 times. I mean, you cannot pass the ball from your back. And we'll talk about that, too, later on in the show for those
Unless
team.
you're Mahomes.
Yeah, apparently.
Yeah.
But, I mean.
He can do anything.
You can. He can throw it from his knees. But you got to protect the quarterback. I mean, that's where you win, is in the trenches.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, I think our defense did have, I think, almost 5 sacks against Duke. So, hey, kudos to the defense. We won 38-7. So, again, fuck your team.
Yep.
Josh Downs, once again, homer.
Woo!
Oh,
Off the
close.
green monster,
Sorry,
baby.
Sorry,
Sorry, guys. Live update.
Yes,
Little pause.
playoff baseball. Josh Downs, 8 receptions, 168 yards, a touchdown.
Love that
Hey,
kid,
yep.
man.
We've been saying it the past 2 weeks.
Yeah,
Yes.
dude's a beast.
That kid is playing.
And the
man.
victory bell stays in Chapel Hill
That is
for
correct.
a 3rd year
That is
in
correct.
a row. So let's go. Next game, Florida State.
Mhm.
They've been struggling. They
Came
did-
off a win.
They did have a dub against
Cuse.
Syracuse. Yep. So we'll see.
Nice.
They're going down.
All you Clemson fans, y'all got to win.
And they got lucky.
Yeah.
We've said it. Clemson has not been impressive
And
at
Boston
all.
College is good this
Yeah.
year.
I mean, a fumbled snap.
Yeah.
And, I mean, who's to say that they would even stuck it in the end zone, but they sure were on a roll.
Right.
And Clemson escapes. I think that's the best way to say that, right?
Mhm.
Yep.
They escaped.
Yep.
But
And-
Clemson's offense is just stagnant, man.
Yep. And they're not ranked anymore.
Yeah.
No.
Which is probably the first time.
First
in a
time
long
in our
time.
lifetime.
since,
probably.
Since what?
1983. No, I mean since like the early 2000s or early 2010s. I would
Right.
say. I mean it's probably been 10 or 11 years since they haven't been ranked.
So I did see NC State won again.
Yep.
Yep.
Wasn't conference, but they did win again.
Yep.
Wake did win again,
They're NC State's ranked 23.
Right.
Also.
and Wake's still undefeated.
Yep.
Yeah.
They just keep winning.
Yeah. Going back to state. I mean
Yep.
Leary he had a good game again.
Yep.
22
Yep.
of 36, 251, 2 touchdowns. Next game is against Boston College, so they got another conference game.
That should be a good game.
They take a week off. It's not this
Yeah.
Saturday, but the next
should be a
Saturday.
good game.
Okay.
Wake next game is against Syracuse.
And they're
but
ranked 19.
They are ranked 19. Yep.
Wake's looking at being what 6-0.
And we know Carolina. Yeah, Panthers. We need a kicker, and they have one of the best kickers in the country right now. Nick
Yeah.
Skyba
I remember we drafted a kicker once.
from Georgia Tech.
Do you remember that?
Yeah, and we let him sit on the practice squad
Oh.
until somebody.
No, I don't remember that. I don't want to remember that.
Thank you, Marty.
Yeah.
Bastard.
But 3 for 3 with field goals, 4 extra points. I gotta look out and see how he's good long distance because a
Yeah.
lot of his field goals are shorter.
Yeah.
So and obviously the extra points in college are still just a chip shot.
Right.
Right.
So I mean, just a guy to look at. Hopefully, next year's draft we can snag him up. But like I said, they play against Syracuse next game, so or this Saturday. So
I'm also showing. We'll go. I mean, we could. We'll go. We'll stay locally. How about that? We can talk about Coastal.
yeah,
Coastal undefeated, ranked 16th, and looking good. We talked about doing more South Carolina,
Yeah.
stuff. We probably neglected. But yeah, Coastal looking good. Hey, 16th in the country, so good for them. I guess nationally, Bama and Georgia.
you can. Oh my God, Georgia.
Georgia looks like a machine.
Georgia looks like a you can't stop. them.
Georgia might be the best team. I mean, I know Alabama's ranked number 1, but Georgia might take them down.
I'm telling you, that's going to be a game.
Their freaking defense is ridiculous.
Both of them continued, no pun intended, to roll.
Yeah.
And again, we mentioned this only because, again, my daughter goes to the University of Florida. They go up to Kentucky and lose.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I said, I remember me and my wife were watching this game while we were in Dallas, and I said to her, this is the type of game Florida will lose.
Mm-hmm.
And sure enough, they dropped it. So,
Yep.
I did see on social media that Mullen, people are starting to question Dan Mullen, whether he's the right guy for that job. But my question is, before you pull the plug on that, who you going to replace him with?
Right.
So you got to think about that before you start firing people after a couple of, maybe not bad losses, but losses that maybe you didn't think you'd have.
Yeah, it was a trap game for them.
Yeah,
It
tough.
It should have been a win. It should have been a roll.
Kentucky football is not terrible.
Yeah, I mean,
You know?
I think they're actually up there in the ranks now.
Right.
I'll look it up. Y'all keep talking.
Yeah,
I'm
but-
gonna see where they're at.
But
Yeah.
I mean, that's just nationally. I mean, and like I say, we Carolina sports, but we do mention those only because we have friends and family of the show and at
Oh, yeah.
various places around.
Well, I mean,
so.
you got big upsets this week too with Oregon. I mean, Stanford beat Oregon. They're number 3.
Stanford looks pretty good.
Like,
Kentucky is 16th now,
mama.
so 5-0. So just to
Damn.
throw that out there, yeah, 5-0.
I mean, Stanford's been pulling some upsets, man.
Yeah.
They look pretty good out there.
They got a pedigree too.
Yeah.
They've
Yeah.
always had a good football
Yeah.
program.
What other upset we have?
Uh,
Notre Dame, Cincinnati.
Yeah.
Cincinnati went to South.
They're 5th.
They went to South Bend and upset Notre Dame. And I got to be honest with y'all, I'm not a Notre Dame fan. So way to go, Bearcats.
Mississippi State beat Texas A&M.
Okay.
They were 15th.
Yeah.
Okay.
Your boy's having some trouble down there, isn't he?
Who's that?
Florida State's coach, Jimbo.
Oh, Jimbo.
Jimbo, he's
Jimbo.
not having a very good year this year, and he's still got to play Bama.
Yeah. Oh,
One of Saban's disciples.
Well, I don't think he's gonna be playing Bama. I think they're just gonna show up to the game and watch like the rest of us.
Exactly.
Honestly.
So yeah, Jimbo's struggling down there in College Station. So hey, we'll see.
No, I do have to throw. Do you have any more national news at all? Any more?
I mean, other than that one local team that Doug hates, I mean,
Yeah. Yeah. So
Yeah, but they're rolling.
they won again.
playing good.
They received 2 votes to be ranked.
Yeah, they're playing
Yeah.
well.
So
I mean,
They
that
go-
Chase Bryce dude is not no joke, man.
Yeah.
I mean, he had 3 touchdowns, over 300 yards. Like, he looks good.
They're playing well. I mean, I can be a hater all I want, but
And we're talking about App State, by the way.
I've also got to,
he's like, you sons of bitches. You talking about Cap State?
I got to be honest. I mean, they got a good program and they're playing good football. So,
Right.
I don't have to like it, but I'll just report it. So, but
I feel
yeah,
like Carolina's got some really good football teams this year.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do.
yeah.
Like, all around. Just
yeah.
I mean, the ACC as a whole, because that's mainly the teams. They're
It's kinda your
struggling.
hub.
Yeah,
Right.
they got the hub, right? But other than that, I mean, like the smaller conferences, App State, Coastal Carolina. I mean, Charlotte's playing well. I mean,
Yeah.
they have not like they're any slouches.
And I've looked at Charlotte's schedule moving forward. I'm gonna tell y'all, Charlotte's got some winnable games, man. They're right in the middle of Conference USA.
Yeah.
So if they can hold serve and just play well, like you guys were talking about, giving up all those running yards, you got to tighten that stuff up. They've got a shot, man, to maybe win Conference USA because the teams they have coming up, they don't look too. I mean, their records are not that good.
You're right.
So
I mean, who's y'all's biggest competition in Conference USA?
probably Marshall.
Marshall.
Yep, and Western Carolina's. Kentucky's usually good, but they're not. Their record's like 1-3, 1-4 this year. So Marshall's always they're always good,
Right.
and that'll be probably that'll be the measuring stick, I'm sure.
Right.
But we'll see. That'll be later on down the line. So
Okay, cool. Well, guys, I think we're entering the crack zone. I think old Dougie Fresh brought this beer for us. So,
We did.
Dougie, you take it away.
all right, this one is from a brewery that we're gonna go by what we know. No longer gonna make beer. This is the Unknown Brewing Company in Charlotte.
It's unknown what they're going to be doing.
Yeah, they are known for their ginger ale, their craft ginger ale, and they announced a couple of weeks and months ago that they were going to get out of the brewery. I guess the brewery business, and I think Hopfly out of Rocky Mount maybe bought them.
Oh, okay.
But I guess to salute them and the the Hornets opening up.
You cannot get the Hornets
I
right.
know, man. It kills me, man. But we're going to go ahead and do Buzz City.
Oh,
This
yeah.
is Buzz City, and this is one that, a lot of guys around me always talk about how good it is and all this stuff, and I've never had it. So this is going to be first for me. You guys had it?
I think I've had it.
I
haven't one at the house.
I've never had it.
Oh,
I think we.
I've never.
Tried.
I don't think I've had it.
I think we've tried it.
All right,
Oh, yeah.
so
Oh,
yeah.
let's make sure. Now, the silent manager is actually here this week, right? So silent manager have hers. All right, so are we ready?
Yep.
Here we
Three,
go.
Cracking
two,
together?
One, crack. And before I try it, you guys go ahead and try it.
Okay.
I'm going to do our disclaimer. We are not sponsored by this beer at all. But if you guys do want to sponsor us, please hit us up on YouTube, on Spotify, on Apple Podcasts, on Google Podcasts, on Instagram, on Facebook, on Twitter, all that shit.
Thank you, voiceover guy.
And email.
Call now and you can buy from the dude.
You can buy 2, get 1 free. Free shipping.
Way better than the last one.
I would agree with that.
Yeah. I mean, me being more of a domestic drinker, you know,
Right.
my Bud Lights, Miller Lights,
Yeah.
whatever,
Right.
It's a little strong for me, but it's not
Yep.
terrible.
Yep. It's definitely not. I've had some bad ones.
Yeah.
Had some good ones. I would say this one's probably in the middle of the road for me.
Yeah, I can see that.
It's a one and doneer. Like you get it, you drink it, and then go on to something else.
Yeah.
For me.
Yeah, that's
honestly,
how
like,
it's for me too.
yeah.
I couldn't sit there and drink 4 or 5 of them in a night.
Yeah.
But remember, it is Buzz City,
Yeah,
and that's for the Hornets.
yes. There you go.
So
Not the
of
Panthers.
Round of applause.
so I guess rest in peace, Buzz City, because I don't know that they will be making this anymore.
Yeah, this might be a collector's item.
So
right
this
now.
right here, yeah, this is one to finish that out with. So again, Crack Zone, and I will say this, guys, we've I get a lot of compliments and comments about the Crack Zone, man. I'm so glad when we talked about doing this podcast, and I believe I still remember we were just standing out at one of the watch parties, all 3 of us. I'll never forget it when we were planning this, and I think we all just kind of went, man, and we ought to drink beer. We got to talk about beer on the show. And it's like a light bulb went off, and right in the middle of all of us, and we were like, yeah, we got to do this. And then Steven was like, hey, man, Crack Zone.
Yeah.
We were kind of iffy about it at first, just because it was kind of a weird name, but
it's
it
caught
caught
on.
on. Yeah.
It's caught on, man. And we have people that'll just maybe not even listen to the show, and they'll hear one of us or somebody who has say something about the Crack Zone. And people are like, hey, man, what's the beer going to be this week on the Crack Zone?
Yeah.
And we're like, so, man, we appreciate that support. And, I've had people ask about swag. And we have some ideas. And
Yeah, we're working on it.
Working on some stuff. So you guys hang tight. And we'll take suggestions as well. So we are looking at that. But we appreciate you guys enjoying the Crack Zone.
And we encourage y'all to crack with us.
Yeah,
While we're doing it.
Yeah,
If you're
while-
watching the show, crack.
We talked about maybe doing a live crack in.
Yeah.
But we had a listener suggest that we'd probably have to queue them up before we do
Yeah.
it. But we may look at something like that as well. So hey, man, Crack Zone, if you're in it right now, enjoy it. It's like Zen, man.
Yeah.
It's like it's a place you just got to go to.
Right. And hey, try any of these beers that we do on the podcast. Please try them. That's
Yeah.
why we're doing it.
Yeah.
But at the same time, if you have a beer like, yo, you guys need to try this, tell us now. Let us know. Hit us up on social media. Tell
Right.
us. We'll try them.
And don't take it like we say we don't like it. Like don't go out and try it for yourself. Like Steven said, go out and try it. We might not like it, but it might be your thing.
Everybody's got a different palate.
Get a
Yeah.
palate, exactly. And like Steven said, some of us may be more domestic, some of us may be somewhere in the middle.
Yeah.
I will say I'm kind of like that. I'm more in the middle. I
Mhm.
can do craft beers and I can do domestic beers. So I guess I'm not a craft beer snob, as I like to
Right.
call some of them. But yeah, I agree with you guys. Go out and try them on your own, and we do take suggestions. So thank you guys for enjoying the Crack Zone, because we sure do.
Yes, sir. All right. Well, Dougie, this is kind of your part. This is your segment because you're old.
Yeah.
And the old people say,
I think,
"Get off my lawn."
Because you're old.
I think this one is kind of grew a life of its own
Yeah.
because of my rants.
Yeah.
I guess I'm getting a little, less tolerant in my old age.
That's usually how it goes, though.
So I think we're a little more than a month away from me getting another notch on my age.
Yeah.
But yeah, this one's turned into a pretty good one. Get off my lawn segment.
Get off my lawn.
As I mentioned,
Hey,
and
kids.
I just returned from Dallas for the Panther Dallas game, and I got a little bit of an editorial. I'm gonna try to keep it tame.
We're gonna try to keep you tame.
But we
Don't
had,
make me come across that table.
Bottom line is we had a good time. We went with the Roy and Wright to Dallas, and we had a good time. I mean, the Wright's always going to have a good time, win, lose, or draw. But yeah, for the most part during the four days we were there, I took in a Rangers game, went to their new stadium. It was very nice. I mean, I loved it, man. Of course, nobody was there. The team's lost 100 games, but it was fun.
Cheap tickets.
Had a good time. Yeah, actually got free tickets, and
Yeah.
I'll shout out one of our new listeners later on about that. But yeah, we we ended up going to the game, had a good time there. Everything was fine. We went to our parties, and I mean, there were parts of those nights that maybe I don't remember as well as others, but had a good time. So moving forward to the game, so we go to AT&T Stadium, and we've met some. Believe it or not, I know all you anti-Cowboy and you haters, because they're out there. There are guys who. Dallas could go 20-0 and they're still going to say they suck. And I mean, come on, man. I mean, it's a storied franchise. They have 5 Super Bowl titles. You got to give them a little bit of credit. But they are known for having one of the most annoying and just bad fan bases.
Disrespectful.
They're disrespectful. And then it's okay to smack talk. We all agree.
Yeah.
All of us love. That's part of the deal is smack talk. But there is a borderline or fine line between smack talk and just being an ass.
Yeah.
Right.
Would you guys agree to
definitely.
Yep.
that? And for the most part, me and my wife, we took in the game in the city of Dallas, and we came across some very good Dallas fans. We did. They welcomed us to the city. They were nice. Hey, man, you guys are representing. You got a lot of fans that showed up, and you like to hear that because that makes you proud of your fan base.
Mm-hmm.
And for the most part, going to the game, walking to the game, we're mixed in with Dallas fans. Didn't really hear a lot of much smack talk. Me and my wife did hear. We went to the JFK Museum, and we're walking. We got our Panther stuff on, and we hear a guy say, and he's working at like a parking garage or something, and he's just sitting there, and he says to us, "Man, can't believe y'all came all this way to get an L." And that's smack talk.
Yeah, that's.
I have a problem with that. We turn around,
yeah.
we're like, man, oh man, whatever. And he's laughing the whole time.
Yeah.
He's not being a jerk. So we didn't have a problem with stuff like that. But then as the game's going on, and again, the Panthers are up 14-13 at half. It's a pretty tight game. We didn't really have that many obnoxious comments. I mean, we were sitting around a lot of Dallas fans. We had 2 Dallas fans sitting beside us that we thought were really cool. I mean, they were really nice the whole game. But then toward the end of the game, in typical Dallas fandom, fashion, I have a guy walk down. He's in full Dallas gear. He's got a girl with him. She's the same way. And, of course, he runs his mouth and says, "I can't believe y'all even wasted y'all's gas coming here." And, he keeps walking. He don't stop. And then his girlfriend turns around and goes, "For real, I can't believe you even came here." Just is that how you want your, city to be remembered for people who are visiting? We were mild-mannered, wasn't mad. We lost.
Doug's neck's getting red right now, guys.
So,
by the way.
we just
It's going up.
Me and my wife just look. We don't say anything. And actually, I think the 2 Dallas fans beside us just kind of shook their head.
Right.
I mean, they didn't really, say anything. And then the last one that got me, which will end my rant, is I have a guy come down. He's got Dallas stuff on from head to toe, and he stops and right beside me and looks at me and my wife, and he says, "Are y'all from Charlotte?" And we're like, "Yes, sir." "Me too, man, me too." So jokingly, I look at him and I say, "Well, why are you wearing that?" He's got all this Dallas stuff on. He looks at me like, "What do you mean?" I said, "Well, you from Charlotte. Why are you wearing all this Dallas stuff?" He goes, "Don't disrespect my Dallas stuff by thinking I'm going to wear that stuff," and points at our stuff.
Right.
I just looked at him and shook my head, man. He just turned around and walked off.
Keep your ass in Dallas.
So I'm like, so you're from Charlotte, but you come all the way to to Texas Stadium or AT&T Stadium, and not only are you going to maintain your Dallas thing, but you're going to dog the Panthers. That's the problem I have for you Charlotteans. That's the problem I have for all you Charlotteans who maintain your loyalties to your original team. Not only do you do that, but you disrespect and you just dog the Panthers, and I don't understand it.
Yeah, I don't understand why he would bring up, "Hey, I'm from Charlotte too."
That was the whole point, Steven.
What the fuck? Like, leave it alone. Who cares? Like,
Steven, that was the whole point.
Great, good for you.
That was the whole point. I was like, well, okay, well, why are you wearing that?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it kind of sucks. We all know Dallas, what kind of fans they can be, and it's just like every franchise, they have those fans.
Exactly, and that's and we talked about
and
that.
We're not gonna dog. We're not gonna make the minority, the majority of the fans, because they're not. They're like you said, you had a great time with the people sitting next to you and stuff like that. And I'm sure there's a bunch of Panther fans that act like assholes.
Absolutely.
Steven. But yeah, I mean, it sucks when you run into people like that. It's gonna happen, especially after a win and they've been drinking. They want to run they see that opposite team, so they're gonna run their mouth.
Right.
So because if they took the L, they'd be the first ones leaving.
Well,
they would not be hanging out talking shit.
Well, I mean, y'all know how Dallas fans are. They lose. There's 2 things happen. Either one, you can't find them.
Yeah.
Number 2, if you do find them, they've got every excuse in the world because they're undefeated. They've never lost a game.
Yeah.
Y'all know
No,
that, right?
Yeah.
They've never lost a
Well,
game.
they're
Or
going-
my favorite thing is, well, we just got Super Bowls. Have you got
Yeah.
one in this century at all? In
Were
the
you
2000s?
alive when you won the last Super
Well, by the
Bowl?
way, they had their 5 banners hanging up, and there was some kind of particles falling off of them. I think it was dust.
Oh,
Yeah,
I'm
it was
sure.
pretty ugly.
Probably.
But probably the last thing that got me was when we're leaving, we're going through the concourse, and there's a guy standing there, and of course, you hear this every 5 seconds. How about them Cowboys? You know, you'd think they just won the Super Bowl again.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we'll go over the game in a minute, but there was a guy standing there, and he was taking a napkin, wiping his eyes with it, and trying to hand it to Panther fans as they walked by.
Right.
And, I mean, he actually reached out and grabbed a Panther fan one time, and, I mean, you know, you asking for it then.
Yeah, I'm not promoting violence, but that's how you get punched in the mouth.
Yeah, and his buddy grabbed him, and he's like, "What are you doing, man? I'm grabbing people." So that's what I'm saying. The good Dallas part of the fan base, that's the ones that are giving your fan base a bad name.
Mm-hmm.
So when you start seeing that kind of behavior, you might want to reel in your bad fans.
Right.
Because if I see a bad Panther fan, I let them know about it. Come
Right.
on, man, that's unnecessary.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, we were at the Saints game.
Yeah.
There was a guy in the front row just out of the blue, where he goes, who dat, F that, just out of the blue for no reason. And I'm thinking, what are you doing that for?
Yeah.
There's no Saints fans here being jerks. There's nobody saying anything bad. You know, just that's what I'm saying. So every fan base does have their population.
Well, it's like you said, like, there's a difference between talking smack and being disrespectful.
And being a jerk.
Like, me and Steven, we were at an Atlanta game one year, and, you know, all the Atlanta fans are like, rise up, rise up.
Mm-hmm.
You know, me and Steven are like, sit down, sit down. Like,
That's smack talk.
yeah, smack talk. We're not being disrespectful. They're not being
Exactly.
disrespectful
And
to
then when
us.
they won, I definitely didn't walk past them.
Yeah. But, I mean,
I
you know,
avoided that section.
there's a difference. Like, don't be disrespectful. It's a football game. You know, like, obviously we wanted to win.
Right.
And we didn't. We're not going to say, like, hey, what the fuck? Like,
Somebody's
you know.
got to win. Somebody's got to lose.
Yeah.
You got to learn how to take your L, you know, with some class. And that's what got me all the way from the top of the 400 level down through the fire escape I told y'all we had to take.
Yeah.
Is just walking, keeping my mouth shut, and just keeping on walking.
And there's one thing that annoys me, I think, more than a sore loser is a terrible winner.
Is a bad winner.
Yeah, I cannot stand it. Like, you won. We get it. Shut up.
And you know what? It turned out to be a pretty good game.
Yeah, it was a good game.
Well, I mean, it's like what Doug was saying when he was saying, you know, like, what were you saying they were chanting?
Yeah, how about them Cowboys?
How about them Cowboys? I mean, but that's no different from us going down the
Keep
the
pounding.
ramp saying keep pounding.
Right.
Yeah.
And
But
I
we're
had-
not saying like,
We're not directing something
yeah.
towards
And
somebody.
I had no problem with the how about them Cowboys.
Yeah.
That's what they
Yeah.
should be doing. Your team won.
exactly.
But the point is, you know, it's the ones who are standing there purposely stopping in the concourse and seeking out Panther
Yeah.
fans
Yeah.
just to be jerks.
That's
Because-
the problem.
Yeah, because my Uncle Fred and my cousin Drew, they're huge Cowboys fans. And I was waiting for them to call me when that game was over
Sure.
with. And all I said was, how about them boys? That's a good game. They said good game. Boom.
Right.
That was about it.
And see, I got no issues with
Yeah,
that.
so that was
That's
how-
all you need.
Yeah, that was it. I figured my cousin Drew would be talking some shit. But that's just how it is. He's my cousin, so it's different.
But, you know, and again, we probably spent way too much time on this. And as y'all can see, I've kept it pretty tame, even though they said my neck was turning red. I think I got a vein sticking out of here.
It's still red.
yeah, you
Doug.
got a migraine right now.
I mean, it's going to keep getting red because we're going to talk about the Cowboys game.
Well,
the
what-
actual game.
Well, probably what topped it off was going back to the Charlotte guy.
Yeah.
The next day, you know, we get in the Uber, we're heading to the airport, and there's obviously people going to the same gate we're going to. You see some with Panther stuff on.
Right.
See a lot of Dallas people. You know, I see tons of them wearing Dallas stuff. And where do they end up? In our gate. So they're coming back to Charlotte.
Yep.
And they're all wearing freaking cowboy shit.
Keep your
I'm sorry.
keep your Dallas shit in Dallas.
It gets on my nerves. It drives me crazy. You know, if those people are from Dallas and they relocated to Charlotte, okay.
I mean, I don't
But I
blame you.
guarantee you the majority of them are Charlotteans who love their Cowboys.
Yeah.
Yep.
And if the Cowboys were losing and we were winning, like in 2015, what would they be wearing?
Panthers.
Panther stuff. So it just makes me sick, man. If y'all love your Cowboys so much, pack up your stuff and move to Dallas. I just
Yeah.
get sick of it. So that's it. I'm gonna get off the lawn. Hey, get off my damn lawn, Dallas.
We're off your lawn, Doug. I swear to God.
And you know what? It is what it is.
I'm not touching your lawn.
I'm not touching your lawn, man. I swear.
Hey,
But-
go trim my hedges.
Well, No, that was kind of sexual. But anyways, but we did have a game after the fans.
Yes, we
had,
did.
and it was a good game.
We had a good game.
It was a really good game. I mean, we did take an L.
Yeah.
But we're not going to win every game. It is what it is.
How about them Cowboys?
Yeah, 36-28 after a horrific third quarter to keep it that much,
Okay.
that close.
Well, let's do positives first.
Yeah.
Okay.
To keep,
We were leading at half,
Yep.
Yep.
right?
Yep.
So we were in the ball game.
Yeah.
Sam looked good.
Sam looked good.
Sam looked very good.
Okay. And you mentioned third quarter.
Terrible.
We'll get into that.
Yeah. So I mean, Sam looked good, 26-30, and that's my guy. I'm sorry, I'm gonna talk Sam
Hey,
Darnold.
we all like Darnold.
That's my
You're
guy.
wearing his jersey right now.
Because I told you guys last October.
Well, you remember me and you said
yeah,
we wanted
I
him.
would trade for him.
Yeah,
I
we
said,
wanted
trade
him.
for him.
We
I said
wanted
once
him.
we trade him, I'll get his jersey. And today, I'm wearing his jersey. I got it like last Saturday, but whatever. But
but you
Sam,
stuck to your word.
yeah, but Sam looked
Yeah,
good. I
yeah.
mean, 4 total touchdowns. I mean,
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
called it my bold prediction
You did.
last
You
week.
did. You did.
I mean, did we see his rushing touchdowns coming? Like his rushing ability coming into
By the
effect
way,
like this?
He's leading the league.
No.
He-
Yeah.
the most in NFL history by
He's
quarterback.
leading
Yeah.
the league.
He has 5 in 4 games.
Yep.
So, hey, kudos to Sam Darnold.
Yeah.
And he showed some grit. And we're going to talk about the third quarter.
Yeah.
But to bring that team back to an 8-point game, to a 1-possession game, I mean, good kudos to you, man. Dude,
Absolutely.
and can we? I don't want to get into the whole Cam thing. And Saram, get off my nuts about this. But listen.
Oh my
But what-
God,
what
that's
do-
a whole nother
yeah.
podcast.
So what he didn't do, and what I loved, and what annoyed me the most about Cam, was when he fucked up, he did not go to the sideline and put a damn towel over his head
And pout.
and pout.
Right.
He was looking at film. He was looking at the playbook. He was talking to coaches. He was trying to figure out how the hell can we bounce back from this mistake that
Yep.
was made. And that's what I love. And I'm in love with Sam Darnold. I just want him to be.
I agree with you.
I just want him to do good.
Good,
Yeah.
yeah, 100%.
You know.
I feel like he made 2 mistakes.
Yep.
And
And he did.
honestly, I mean, at that point of the game, we had to take some shots.
Yep.
So, mistakes were made, but that's all right. We were still in the game, and I mean, he played great, dude. Like,
I mean, like you said, the 2 picks, but we had to take some shots.
Well,
I mean,
but
it's-
you had to throw the ball like Justin
Yeah,
said.
exactly. So just like you said, we had to throw the ball, and he threw it to probably the best corner in the league right now. The
Guy's
way
got 5 interceptions in 4 games.
The way he's playing.
The way he's
seven
playing.
in the last 9.
I mean, that's crazy.
I mean, Diggs is playing out of his mind.
he is.
So,
Okay, well let's talk about Darnold as well. Darnold also, in the process of what we're talking about, stats, mistakes, whatever, he was also running for his life.
he was.
Yeah.
He got sacked 5 times.
yeah.
Yep.
He was having to bail out of the pocket. I don't know how many times throwing on the run because our offensive line freaking sucked.
Yep.
And
Yeah.
we'll get into that in a minute.
Yeah. I mean, but another fun fact with Sam Darnold, he is the first quarterback in our franchise history with 3 straight games of 300 more
plus,
yards.
yeah. And I
passing yards.
found that a little
Oh, wow.
surprising. I thought
Yeah.
Berline would have done that.
I thought so
Yeah.
too. And honestly, I thought Cam might have done it.
Maybe,
too.
yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Cam put up some passing stats.
I mean,
Yeah.
even his first, couple games, his first game, he was.
it was 400 yards.
400?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then I think he threw for like 200.
I found
Oh,
that
okay.
a little surprising too when I saw it. I actually was like, did a double take. I was like, I wonder if is that for real? So,
Yeah.
what else you got, Justin?
Fun fact, real quick: DJ Moore looks like a fucking
Stud.
animal.
Well, it's
Stud.
because we're feeding them.
Yeah.
Stud.
Feed them the ball.
I mean, 8 catches, 113 yards, 2 touchdowns.
Yep.
And also, fun fact: he is top 5 in all categories in receivers right
Yep.
now.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So,
I mean,
And-
he's got a quarterback can take some shots.
yeah.
And we're still not really hitting Robbie.
Yeah, I don't.
And I'm really confused about that.
Yeah, I don't
'cause,
know what's going on
in
there.
New York. They were a tandem.
I thought that
Honestly,
was-
we're not even hitting Terrace.
Yeah.
No, we're really not. I don't know. I mean, it's scheme based. It's also dependent on what the defense is doing. I mean, I get it, but Darnold and Moore definitely have a camaraderie. They've
Yeah.
developed, something.
But for Diggs to be shadowing Moore the whole time,
And
for,
he
for
still-
the, for the most
and
part,
still put
and
up
still
what he
give him
did.
those
Yeah.
targets. That's what we thought. We said that last week that we thought
Right.
Robbie was gonna get some of those targets because Diggs was gonna
Right.
shut down Moore a little
Right.
bit, and it didn't happen that way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I thought that was gonna be an instant connection. It'd be like right back.
Yeah.
The boys are back in town.
Yep.
You know.
Yeah, and I thought Chuba looked pretty good.
Yeah.
Can't- I didn't write this down, but Rodney Smith looked really
Yeah, he
good.
did.
Yeah, he came in and played well.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And I think they elevated him to the roster right before
They
before
did.
the game.
They did.
He made a couple nice catches.
Yeah.
He looked good.
I mean, he caught both his targets.
Yeah.
2 catches. I mean, he had over 50 yards rushing. Good call for you. That was your bold prediction. You got that
Yep.
right, over 50
Yep.
total yards or 50 rushing yards.
Did you rush?
Yeah. So you called it on that. So I have to give kudos on offense. Sam Darnold,
I agree.
DJ and Chuba. They all looked good. The defensive wise, we did struggle a little bit.
Yeah.
Defense was a problem.
I mean, my two guys, Shaq and Jeremy Chen,
Yeah.
they were all over the freaking
They were all
field.
over the field, and unfortunately, Shaq got hurt. I think it's a foot injury.
Yeah, he's week to week right
week
now.
to week.
From what Will said.
But I mean, he played well. He's played well. Going back, you brought up Chin. NFL, listen up. That was not forward progress. That was a fumble.
That definitely was.
Textbook hit.
Yes.
Fumble.
The guy didn't even make a football move yet.
I don't understand how you blow that forward progress crap there. That was a big point in the game. This is not making excuses. This is the deal. Even Chin said it after the game. That was a big turning point for us, especially in the field where we were.
Yep.
And you blow it dead or forward progress or whatever, and then you can't challenge that.
Yeah.
That's what's even worse. Matt Rule was having a freaking hemorrhage on the sideline.
Oh, yeah.
There's absolutely no way that was forward progress.
No, it was ridiculous.
And, I mean, the refs have been a problem this whole year with everybody, not just us.
Well-
Even Joey Bosa came out and
Well,
said
I'm glad
this.
you said I screenshotted that
Yeah,
today.
Joey Bosa came out and said, like, the
They're
refs
blind.
they've been screwing us for years.
He said, "Open your eyes.
Yeah.
You're blind," and for years, and he's probably going to get a hefty fine. And
yeah.
you know what? I'll put a dollar in right now and help
Yeah.
him pay for it.
I'll help him out.
But I agree with him. He's saying what everybody else is saying.
Yeah.
But that was a fumble. Sorry.
Yeah.
Didn't mean to interrupt, Justin.
Yeah, totally agree.
Oh, you're good. I definitely did not hit on my other bowl prediction of holding Zeke to under 30.
No, he went off.
Yeah.
Zeke
smacked
looked
us.
good. Let's just be honest. He looked good.
Our D-line got pushed around.
Yeah, and the D line, and I had mentioned today to someone on social media, Dallas won that game in the trenches on both sides of the ball. We hardly touched Dak. I mean, we got him on the first play, and he dishes the ball off to Ezekiel. I mean, he had all day back there. And hence the touchdown passes that he threw.
Yep.
And Darnold's running for his life.
Yep.
Um,
they were turnstiles.
Yeah.
I mean, that was all it was.
So I mean, that's where Dallas won the game.
Yep. And I do think that scheme too. I think that's when we're gonna get to. I'm gonna go ahead and get into the third quarter here. That's your halftime adjustments. When you see Sam Darnold run for his life, do not draw up plays that take 5 seconds to develop.
Do we have to talk about a third?
No, we're gonna have to talk about it because that's a bunch. That's a get off my lawn because it's terrible.
I got screenshots.
Yeah. But, call plays that don't take so long to develop. Like, why don't we ever run some slants? Some quick slants. Boom, DJ Moore. Boom, Robbie Anderson.
Yeah.
Boom, Terrace. Boom, whoever at fucking tight end. Like, whoever is at tight end, why don't we use them at all?
Yeah, I agree with that.
I mean, we're not.
Like, Dan Arnold, in the Jacksonville game, he looked good because he got the fucking ball.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, we also have some of the fastest receivers, like Robbie Anderson on a slant.
Yep.
Like, give him the ball.
Yep.
And who knows what he can do with
Exactly. And DJ Moore, you saw it this past week where he he did the crazy spin, the Spider-Man move, and then took off running again.
Yeah.
I mean, get the ball out of Darnold's hands faster.
I mean,
it. But instead, he's dropping back, 5-step drop back and, sitting there looking around, wondering what he's going to do.
Going through his progressions, and he doesn't have time to do it because the defense is already on top of him.
And then boom, sack.
Well, I mean, and one of the things that me and Steven were both definitely talking about, and as far as stats, we were talking about, and I'm going to give kudos. We're not going to plagiarize people's stuff here. Julian Council put out today on social media about the third quarter problems, and he listed Darnold's stats for each quarter for the season. And surprisingly, I know this is not going to be for anybody. Third quarter, he's significantly worse than the first the other quarters.
Right.
And I love his statement down here. He says, "What is happening at halftime?" And that's one of the things that I put out today and it's been a trend with this coaching staff. And I know it's only been a year and a half.
And a weird year last year with no off seasons and stuff like that.
What are we doing at halftime? I mean, we're up 14-13. That's fine, but you still make adjustments.
I mean, Zeke was destroying our defense.
Killing us.
Yeah.
And we still, third quarter, we look like a complete different team. We give up 3 touchdowns in the third quarter. I mean, we were on the verge of a blowout.
Yep.
And then fourth quarter,
Darnold battled it back.
started looking better.
Yep.
So I don't know what's going on in the locker room, with these adjustments, air quote. But I'm, hey guys, look, y'all are smarter people than we are. That's why you get paid to do what you do. But we got to start doing something because Dallas definitely made adjustments.
Yeah, you can see that from Mike McCarthy.
And
He made those adjustments.
Yep.
It definitely showed.
Yeah.
And once the other thing, going back to the fumble, the one thing that we did talk about on the show last week, if you guys remember, where we were talking about how the defense is doing everything except getting turnovers.
Yep.
All right.
And again, we got one there that they didn't give us, but we're still not getting turnovers.
Yeah.
They
They were punching that ball out, though. They were hitting that ball out.
We got to start getting turnovers.
Yeah.
But I'm looking, and we'll get into the Philly preview later. But hopefully this was just a one game off, guys. Just a bad game.
Yeah, I mean, and it's not like Dallas is a slouch.
No, they're a good team.
They're a great team, and that was a bit.
Let's give credit now.
Yeah,
Dallas is loaded on offense.
Yeah, and their
And defense.
Their
Their
defense
defense
is
surprised me.
is underrated. It's
Yep.
very underrated.
Yep.
I'm hoping this is the wake up game. Like
Me too.
The slap in the face that gets you
Yeah.
going.
Yeah. I mean, we got Philly. We'll talk about that, but I'm hoping this is that wake up game where they come out and be like, all right, we got to play better. Like,
Yeah,
we've been playing these teams that everybody thinks, oh, they're not football teams, but come on,
they're
like,
still in the NFL.
they're in.
There's a
yeah.
reason why they're there.
They're there.
I think that was the most disappointing thing for me was that at one point the Panthers were just doing exactly what the national media was saying.
Mm-hmm.
You look like a team, had 3 wins, and you ain't played nobody.
Right.
But then you battled back and you showed some grit.
Yep.
I mean, you did. I mean, you ended up with a 1-score game.
Yep.
Right.
As bad as what we talked about that we played. So I got a little praise for them for not doing, as we talked about, the cam,
Yep.
lowering your head on the sideline and just quitting. And I think Darnold made a comment about that in his press
Yeah,
conference.
he did.
Which is, hey, kudos to him. That guy he's a leader. I agree with you, Steven. I love that kid.
He's mature. He's mature beyond his years already.
Yep.
And that shows coming to the league young and getting those game experiences with the Jets. I mean, he's kind of learned what to do, what not to do, like what I need to do.
Right.
But I mean, going back to the offensive line, I mean, when you're hit 11 times, you're gonna start running for your life.
Sure.
And Rule even said these are the 5 best guys. That's the 5 best we got. You need to start doing something.
Well, we got some people that hadn't been playing.
Yeah, I mean, give him a shot. Deontay,
There's
Brady.
Dude, there's got to be somebody better than John Miller.
I'm just saying, right?
Sorry, John Miller.
And this is our 5 best guys. We have a problem.
Yeah.
We do.
Like, we need to make a trade. We
David
need to
DeCastro's out there as a free agent.
We need to sign a free agent, bring someone else in, change the scheme up. Joe Brady's got to do some adjustments.
Yeah.
Like I mean, we have said, get the ball out faster. I mean, the run blocking didn't look terrible
yeah.
at all, but get the ball out faster. So Sam Darnold's not, as soon as he turns around, he's getting smacked in the mouth.
Right.
I did see today, I don't know if you guys saw it, that they said that McCaffrey is going to try to practice tomorrow.
Yep.
Yeah, he is.
Did you see that?
Yep.
I still think it might be a little too early to bring him back.
He's not coming back.
But hopefully that's a good sign that they would even consider that. So what else you got, Justin, on Cowboy Panthers?
I think that's it, man.
I got one little rant, if y'all don't mind.
I've got one more stat thing.
Go.
I mean, how long's your?
It's real quick.
I'm going to shush out the secondary because we did lose JC last week.
Yep.
I mean, Dak only went 14 of 22, 188 yards. He had the 4 touchdowns.
Yeah.
But, I mean, we really held him in check. Now,
Yeah.
Sack and Corey had short fields. Yes.
Yeah,
But
exactly.
we didn't really have a whole lot of bombs on the field. We had
Yeah.
one with, was it Amari, I think?
Yeah.
I mean, we had 1 or 2 big plays. But
Well, and you guys said
the
it,
rest
too.
of it, I mean,
I
he
mean-
played good with no pass rush,
I mean,
really.
that play was right in front of us, and you guys were right. I mean, Dak dropped it in a bucket.
Yeah.
I mean, it was a good throw. He had all day to throw in the
He
bucket.
can make a
Right.
sandwich all the time. Yeah, back there,
But it
yeah.
was a good throw, and C.J. Henderson, he was the coverer at that
Yeah.
time. But I still think Rule still said he played a pretty good game for someone we just picked up. So
Yeah.
that's
Yeah,
promising.
He had short
That's
week.
promising. But my thing is on kicking. Man, we have got to secure a kicker. I want you guys to think about this, and this is something that a lot of us were saying while we were sitting in Dallas. That game changed when that missed kick.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it was a 54-yarder. I mean, it was
Yeah.
a long field goal, but
I think
still.
it was. But did you guys have any confidence that he was going to hit
No,
that?
hell no. I did the Joey slide kneel.
I got to be honest. I had no confidence he was going to hit that. Zero.
I mean, I always want him to hit it.
Well, yeah, but I had no. I mean, a lot of times even we can say what you want about Gano. Gano hit some big field goals. I never remember doing this with Gano. Oh God, just please. I thought Gano more times than not he's going to hit it.
Yeah.
I don't feel that with our kickers. I just don't.
You just want that confidence back. That
I just
if
don't.
he trots out there, hope 90% of the time he's gonna make it.
Right.
Yeah, and his kickoffs have been better, and I do
Yeah.
think the other kickoff the first week may have been scheme like you guys talked about when he was sitting them short. Had to be because he's putting them in the end zone now.
Yeah.
But I'm just not confident in whether he's going to make a field goal or not. I'm just not. So there's got, like y'all said, there's got to be somebody else out there.
Yeah, and I mean, I feel like kickers are gems in the league now, honestly,
Oh,
because
absolutely.
there's what three
Absolutely.
in the league
Yeah, you got
out
three.
of 32 teams
Yeah.
that you feel confident trotting out there every time.
Oh, and,
For a
and,
455-yard
hey,
field goal.
yeah.
like-
and they're automatic.
Yeah,
Um,
I mean,
And we want to mention, speaking of that, friend of the show, Joyce Lai, hot off the presses at Showtime,
yeah.
signed by the San Francisco 49ers today.
oh, let's go.
Wow.
So, hey,
Fuck his team.
he got a job. Who knows? Maybe by the end of the season he'll roll back around here. Who knows?
Yeah,
Maybe.
no shit.
Um,
Well, I do want to before we go to the Eagles, give a quick,
Do it.
score update for the Yankees.
Yeah, let's
Red
get it.
Sox.
Yep.
Red Sox 2-0. I think Bogarts did hit a home run. My
Yep.
back's
Yeah, he
at the
did.
TV.
Correct.
And I want to shout out Mark. Just texted me. He told me this is the first time the Yankees and the Red Sox actually play in a wild card game.
That is
Oh,
Each
correct.
other.
That's correct.
So Mark just texted me that. Mark, thanks, buddy.
Nice.
So
Yeah.
there you go.
Yeah,
It's
Mark.
going into the top of the third right now.
Now, Mark, go back to sleep.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding, Mark.
But we got the Eagles.
The Eagles.
The Eagles.
The 1-3
Speaking
Eagles.
of a fan base,
They're rough.
they are rough.
I mean, I think the last time we played them was a Thursday night here. Was that it? Was that the last time we played them in? No. Yes. No. No. The last
Yes.
time we played them. No. The last time we played them, we were down by 17 or 14.
That's the
came
one
back
we
in fourth
won in
quarter.
Philly, right?
That was the one in Philly, right? That
Yeah.
was in Philly, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So the last time they were in Charlotte was a Thursday night game, wasn't that?
Yeah, I believe it was Thursday night.
Yeah, that was the roughest crowd I've ever been to
Yeah.
at a Carolina game. Even the Panther fans were going nuts.
Yeah.
Like
but
people fighting each other, throwing beer cans. I'm like, what the hell? Did we get moved to Philly?
Eagles,
like, it was nuts.
Eagle fans will be Eagle fans.
Yeah,
Um,
and they will punch you in the mouth.
But they're coming. They're coming into Bank of America Stadium this
Mhm.
week, and they're coming off a loss to the Chiefs, which a lot of teams can say that.
Yeah.
Andy Reid went back home, got a win. But yeah, they're going to roll into Bank of America Stadium Sunday, and hey man, they're coming off a loss. They're going to be hungry, but I look for the Panthers to have a bounce back game.
Yep. Well, we just can't look past them. They're a trap game. They have good players. They have good teams. And a lot of people feel a certain way about Jalen Hurts. He's played well this year. I think the biggest thing is getting pressure on him. Do the Cowboys blueprint, which sucks because we just played them. But when they played the Cowboys on Monday night, they were putting pressure on him, and he did not look good.
Yeah, they're coming in 1-3. Like you said, Steven, they're that team that can just come in and, throw 30 on you easy.
Yeah, they look like a team that compete with anybody.
Yeah. But I like what you said, Doug. I feel like our team can bounce back. I feel like the defense is going to be ready. They don't really have that great of a run game.
Yeah.
But I feel like we can bounce back, maybe get some pressure on Hurts, and hopefully get back in the win column.
Yeah, and I just looked it up. Me and Steven were looking at it. That's probably the line I would expected.
Yeah.
3.5. Panthers about 3.5.
It was 4 this morning.
Yeah.
Oh,
so,
yeah.
you
When
know,
I was doing my notes this morning, it was
so
4.
what does that mean?
Yeah, I mean, it looks like the Eagles they're looking a little better.
Yeah, like they got some money coming in.
Yeah.
So I looked for the Panthers to hold serve and go ahead and get a win. I'm not saying it's going to be easy. I'm not overlooking them at all.
Yeah.
But I think the defense got punched in the mouth.
And
Got- they got it-
they needed it.
I think they got embarrassed.
Yeah.
And I think there's some pride there. I think they'll bounce back. And I know Phil Snow, he'll be dialed up.
No, it's so funny. I meant to mention this on an earlier podcast, but after the Saints game, he stayed at Bank of America.
He was there all and they said he was
night.
lifting weights in the morning.
All night. He stayed after the game. He stayed at the stadium.
Who was
They went, Phil Snow.
Oh, yeah.
They came back the next morning. He was already there.
He said the players were just like, wow, are you kidding me?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he literally
Yeah.
said after that Saints game. I do think kind of keys to the game for offense. I think we need to set the run game up a little more if we can. Get Chuba going. I said McCaffrey maybe if he's healthy, but I don't think that he's coming back this game at all. I don't want him to come back this game at all.
No, it's too
No.
early.
But set that up. Get the run game going. Take a little pressure off the passing game so they can't, just keep throwing people in the
Right.
box and,
Mhm.
send them, blitzes towards Sam because our offensive line struggles so bad.
I feel like I like that, but I feel like the main focus is stopping the run
Yeah.
on defense.
Yeah, I agree.
Because we stop the run, they're going to pass, and our pass rush is capable of getting to the quarterback.
And our secondary.
Yeah. So, and Henderson coming in. We got AJ Boye coming in the second game. So, hopefully our defense steps up and really shuts these guys down.
Yeah. Like I said, I think that Joe Brady needs to get into the lab, some schemes going where
Right.
Darnold can get that ball quicker.
Yeah.
Because they know now, 3 games into it, 4 games into it, our offensive line is not the greatest.
And also,
So get that ball out quicker.
can we get Shi Smith in the game, please?
Please, for the love of Jesus.
He's not even getting in.
That's what I'm saying. Can we activate him?
And Terrace, I don't feel like Terrace is even part of the offensive scheme.
No, yeah, he's just out there.
Yeah, he's just running around, just okay.
But I would like
the
to
next
see
jog in.
Smith activated.
Well, at least have him as an option.
Yeah.
I mean, I get Erickson is the
Punt returner.
punt returner and the kick returner. He's doing well,
Yeah, he's not.
You
No,
know.
he's doing pretty well. At least
Yeah.
punt return wise.
but still,
I like to see Shi Smith at kick return.
yeah.
Yeah.
Just give him kind of some more open field. It seems like when we're having our success is when DJ has the ball in his hands,
It's true.
Yeah.
and then when we start failing is when we don't. So keep feeding DJ, right now,
Oh yeah.
and then when McCaffrey comes back, balance that out. Those
Yep.
are your 2 offensive stars.
I would still like to see Darnold and
Robbie. Yeah.
taking the top off,
Oh yeah.
sending him deep.
Well, yeah, we figured we'd see that because they had
Yeah.
the chemistry in New York.
Right.
I mean,
But Darnold hadn't had enough time to send it deep.
Well, that's the biggest thing is if we don't have the offensive line to protect him that
Right.
long. I mean, you get the ball out of his hands. We have athletes. Let the athletes do what they do in the open field.
yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm pretty excited, kind of like last week, DJ against the top corner, Darius Slay.
Right.
I like to see that. I feel like DJ did have the better end of the Diggs matchup. Now, did Diggs have the 2 picks, of course. I don't think it was like him jumping around.
Yeah,
It was a bounce up. Or a bad pass.
I don't
Darnold.
think I would have drew up DJ getting those numbers against.
Yeah,
against
did he
him.
have the volume? Yeah, he had a shit ton of targets.
Yeah, I wouldn't have ever thought that. So I would say that was in some ways people might say that was a push.
Yeah.
But they both had great games.
Right.
Um,
Well, do you have bold predictions? So we really talked about offense mainly. I know you brought up the defense.
right.
Bold prediction for offensive wise for
Oh
the Eagles
well,
game.
that was my bold prediction for defense, but
What was that?
2 interceptions, 3 sacks.
Oh, I was on top of offense.
I didn't.
I was talking about offense.
Are we doing bold predictions?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I was on top of. I was gonna say offense with your bold prediction. We're talking.
Oh,
about
I thought you
defense.
were already saying I did my. Bold
No,
prediction
we
defense.
talked-
No, we
talked
were
about
segueing.
Oh, okay. Well, there's my
I was,
defense.
I was trying to.
Way to go. All right, offense. We give up no sacks.
That would be phenomenal.
Dude, if we do that, I'll kiss you on the mouth. and you guys
Oh
ready for
my
it.
God!
Offensive line gives up no sacks
I'm
against
telling
Philly.
you, Carolina. If you want to see two grown straight men kissing on the mouth, give no sacks.
Hold up.
Give up no
Hold on,
sacks.
I have to interrupt this. Eagles, get 1 sack, please.
No, Doug. You know you want to see it too.
Tech guy just threw up.
That's fine. A lot of people just threw up, but it's okay. Well, getting past that, what's your bold prediction
Oh
there,
my
Dougie?
That I won't make it the rest of the way through this episode. I'm going offense. What did I say here? Oh, I'm going to go Trimble gets his first red zone TD pass.
So you receiving?
Yeah,
touchdown?
receiving. Yeah.
Sweet.
Because and that's the one thing we did discuss is we're not using the tight ends.
At all.
I think Ian Thomas called a pass, maybe one the other day. One.
Yeah. I don't know about that. I don't know if like I said, Joe Brady had a girlfirl in the past. I left him for a tight end
like
or
that
something
analysis.
like that.
Yeah.
I don't know, but he doesn't. He does not look at tight ends at all.
He hates them.
I think she had a tight end.
Oh,
But anyway, hey,
Nice.
Urban Meyer.
He knows all about tight ends.
Had a boy. Yeah, he's picked 2 bad tight ends in the past couple of weeks. Anyway,
Well, my bold prediction for offense.
hold on, wait a minute, defense.
No, well, we haven't done- we haven't done defense.
We haven't even done that.
He,
I already
jumped,
did
he
it.
jumped the gun.
Okay.
Terrace Marshall gets his first touchdown.
Please
Please
God.
God.
Yes.
Yep. So,
All
all right.
right.
Well, you already said your bold.
All right, well, defense, yeah. I got 2 interceptions and 3 sacks for the defense. There you go. What is it, Dougie?
What did Justin say again on his bold prediction on defense? I don't think I've heard that.
I mean, he's only said it 4 times, I think.
I'm going 2 turnovers, 1 interception, 1 fumble, or it could be 2 fumbles. I don't care.
As long as
Yeah,
it's turnover.
just 2
Be the
yeah.
bakery. Get the turnovers going.
And I think I also mentioned offense. I just noted it down. I do think Darnold will get another rushing touchdown.
Yeah. I like
want to
that.
throw that one in there.
I like that.
You got to keep that that streak going.
No, hell yeah, dude.
Yeah, so
Keep it going, dude.
I just say 2 turnovers on defense. I'm just begging for turnovers.
Yeah.
Please get
Yeah.
us turnovers.
Like I said, I want to open the bakery, and I want some turnovers.
Yeah.
There it is.
Let's get it.
What you got, Steven?
I got Derek Brown gets at least 1 sack
Okay.
and at least 1 forced fumble. But you can have 5 sacks and 5 forced fumbles. You keep going as long as 1
Whatever
plus.
you want.
You keep it going. The bakery is in Derek Brown's hands. Let's see some turnovers, baby.
All right.
Start baking.
Apple, cherry.
Yeah.
So,
Eagle.
all right.
Oh,
What
you
else?
can't do that because that's a federal offense.
No, I can't do that.
Yeah.
What else?
I think that's about it. I
Hey,
mean,
real
go ahead.
quick,
Yeah,
real
go
quick.
ahead.
All right, what you got?
Can we right now, episode 10,
Mhm.
all predict how many rushing touchdowns Sam Darnold's about to have this
We
year?
can do that. What's today's day? Today is the 5th. Is that correct?
Yep.
Today is October 5th, and he has 5 counting right now.
Right now.
All right, so we're going to say 17 games. How many is he going to end up with? Rushing
Rushing.
touchdowns.
Just rushing.
Okay, all right, look, don't say it yet. Give me, hey, tech guy, we need some Jeopardy music.
Do
Write
do
'em
do
down.
do do do
Boom, boom,
do do
boom,
do
boom.
do. Talladega.
Justin's mom has got it going on.
Dun, dun, dun.
Hee, hee.
Talladega.
All right, so I got mine written down now.
Oh, you wrote it down?
Okay.
I wrote it down.
Okay.
Actually, I'm gonna do some research real quick.
So he's over here using his phone.
Wait, now I gotta look it up real quick.
2 plus 2.
It's 4, right? It's 5.
I'm gonna go ahead and tell you what I think he'll
Go
get.
for it.
I'm gonna say he gets double digits. I'm gonna say 10.
Ooh. Okay. I got mine. I'll say 9.
I
I'll
was-
say
I
he'll,
was-
he'll slow down a little bit.
I was pushing 9, 10. I went ahead and went double digits.
Steven's doing calculus over here.
Yeah, wait a second. Wait.
Algebra.
Just show.
Hey, Steven's final answer 5.
Wait a second.
What a bold prediction!
Y'all just keep talking about something. Just keep
As
talking.
long as he says 6 and the very last one is in the Super Bowl to win it,
Yeah, I'll go with that.
I'm fine.
Yeah.
Y'all just keep talking.
Doug,
Talk
what'd you have for
about-
dinner?
Talk
Hey,
about
man,
anything. I'm-
Chick-fil-A.
I'm trying to
Chick-fil-A.
figure out-
And
okay,
we are
then-
not sponsored by Chick-fil-A.
They're not open on Sundays.
But-
And- hey, wait, Doug. You know Chick-fil-A is in Atlanta Stadium and
Yeah.
they're not open
not
on
even
Sundays.
open on Sundays.
What
Can
the
you believe
fuck
that?
are they
Yeah.
doing over there?
We got Bojangles.
But we will take
Bojangles.
sponsorships, right?
Yeah.
Voiceover guy.
Bojangles, Chick-fil-A, Burger King, McDonald's, Jersey Mike's, Biscuitville. I don't give a shit. You give us free food, we'll talk about you.
Oh, hell yeah.
All right, back to the Steven hour.
Yeah.
I had to Google it real quick because I want to make sure.
Okay.
Sam Donald will have
Sam Darnold.
15 rushing
Jesus
touchdowns to
Christ.
break Cam Newton's record.
Oh, okay.
Rushing touchdowns for
Holy
I
quarterback.
like it. I like
Let's
it.
do it.
wow!
What
Talladega.
what if he ends the season with more rushing touchdowns than passing touchdowns?
That'd be pretty sweet.
That'd probably not be a good thing for our team.
Maybe not.
Because if he has 15 rushing touchdowns and 14 passing, that's probably not a good thing.
Well, I mean, what is he at passing right now?
right now he's got.
I think it's 4.
Is it 4?
I think it's 4.
We had 2 to DJ Sunday.
Yeah, Doug.
Four's more than 2.
No, I'm thinking he has more than. No. I think he's got more than 4.
Do you think so?
Yeah.
I'm gonna say he's got 4.5.
I thought he's.
How
got
do you have
more.
a half?
Well, you know,
Did
you
he
mean,
pass it to himself?
well,
Well, no,
he handed it off to Tommy Tremble when he ran it in.
Right, that wasn't a touchdown.
That was
pass.
a half.
That's right. Yeah,
All right.
I mean, it
All
might
right,
be
all right.
4.
All right. What's everybody's final answer?
Might be 4.
5
4.
with 2 with what?
So you got 5?
5.
I got
Are
4.
you sure?
Yes.
You're positive?
Yes.
Are you 4?
4.
I picked 5 because I looked at the stats. So 5.
So it's 5.
It's
Yeah!
So 5 rushing.
So Steven and Justin, let's go.
Let's go.
Yeah, 5.
5 rushing, 5 passing.
Yeah, so 10 total.
That's why I said he would have 10. No, I'm just kidding.
And it's episode 10. Wow.
Hey, we're doing math and drinking. This
Yeah.
is not good.
But it's working.
And we're doing bad math at it.
all right. So there's that bold prediction.
Yeah.
Oh, we're doing scores?
Yeah,
Yep.
what you got?
Look.
All right. What? Oh,
Update.
update.
So Red Sox,
3-0.
Yep, Red Sox, Yankees. 3-0 Red Sox. Was it top of the third? Still bottom of the third?
Bottom of the third. Garrett Cole looks like
There.
poopy right now.
I hate Boston.
We all do.
Oh God.
Don't tear yourselves up.
I don't care.
All right.
I
Hey,
respect
I
it.
like to see Yankees losing though. Fuck the Yankees. I rather the Red Sox win than the Yankees.
I hate both. I, mean,
Sorry.
I don't have nothing against the Yankees. I'm
Sorry.
all right with
I'm not a
Yankees.
Boston fan, but I will pull for
I'm
Sarah.
not a
tell
Boston
me.
fan.
I'm pulling for you.
On any way.
He's not pulling for it.
I apologize to
I love
Sarah, friend of the show. I don't like Boston in anything.
He's,
So
he's
here we
still
go.
on the garbage can. Anyways, go ahead.
Although I was
All
pulling
right.
for the Patriots Sunday.
That was
Score.
me too. I put the jersey. on, sorry.
Carolina, Philly. I got Carolina beating Philly 28-14.
Okay.
Take that.
Take that, Vegas.
Yeah.
3.5. All right, so I'll go next. I got Panthers 30-16. 30-16 over the Eagles.
Ogles.
The Eagles?
The Philly cheesesteaks are
Yeah.
not going good over
Yeah.
there. I say 27-17.
Okay.
So fuck Vegas and fuck your team.
I just look for the defense to bounce back.
Yeah, I do too.
They have to. I mean, that was pretty ugly in the third quarter in Dallas.
Yeah.
So that's what, of course, this is a shocker. Shocker to all the listeners out there. All three of us picked the Panthers to win.
Win.
What a shock.
Dub.
I don't know if I'll ever pick the Panthers to lose.
We won't.
Maybe. I don't know. I might throw one out when we play Tampa.
No, we might. We don't know.
I'm gonna throw one out randomly.
He's a
I'm like bye week.
He's a hater.
Don't
Bye
don't
week,
say that,
we're
dog.
taking an L. You guys are taking an L in the cornhole tournament. I can tell you that right now.
Yeah.
Anyways,
All right, so shout out.
shout outs.
Shout-outs.
Do you want me to go first? You wanna
Go,
first?
man. Go.
All right. Well, first off, I want to shout out the Lake Norman Right watch party. We had a great time. Chris, our president, put on a good party. We had pizza, wings, a Boston butt,
Ooh.
beer.
Yeah, who made that?
Can't remember his name.
What else?
Celery.
That wasn't his name, but
I can't remember. I
gotta get
he's
some
never
of
gonna
that.
he's never gonna listen to this, but
gotta
I've asked this guy his name like 10 times, and I cannot for the
I
life
got
of
to
me
get
remember
some of
it.
that celery Boston butt.
do you
Yeah.
realize how much celery
Dude,
he
I
ate?
ate like 4 pounds of celery.
Really?
Yeah, it
And
was
that's
a
no
lot.
joke.
Like it was a whole like takeout container of cut up celery.
Why?
I don't know. I got to the point where I'm like, all right, now I'm fully committed because I was halfway through the whole fucking
Were you
thing.
nervous?
No ranch.
Yeah, no ranch,
Just celery.
just celery. I got to like the last 3. I'm like, please, for the love of God, someone take one stalk.
Okay.
Dude, he's walking around with this thing, asking people to take it.
Yeah, I mean, I got some people to do it, but anyways, great time. Chris did great. A great party
Okay.
at On Tap. And then I got 2 more. We have Simon, which is my girlfriend Sarah's coworker. He actually put our logo on his helmet because he races go-karts
Hell yeah.
in a league. So Simon, keep kicking ass, man. I don't know how you're doing. I don't know what kind of place you're in, if you're winning, if you're not. But hey,
Hopefully it's in first.
yeah, kudos to you, man. Thank you. Appreciate the support.
So
Keep winning.
he's repping CSR.
Yeah, so
Attaboy.
appreciate you, Simon. And then this last one's because we're playing the Eagles. Is for my best friend Aaron, who had passed away 5 years ago.
Okay.
It's just a fun fact, not really fun, but it is a fact. The last time we hung out was 5 years ago on October the 10th, and the Eagles coming to town October the 10th, 5 years after last time we hung out. So, Aaron, I'm dedicating the show to you, buddy. Love you up in heaven. Miss you, and that's it for me.
Okay, cool. Go ahead, Justin.
I'm just thinking everybody. I don't have any shout outs, but I'm thinking the guys behind the scenes. We got Mysterious Tech Guy over here. We got Silent Manager. Of course, Sarah. I'm pretty sure she
Who's
came
watching
up-
her Red Sox right now?
Yeah. She's very happy.
Kicking that ass.
But
Fuck
she
you,
came
Tech
up
Guy.
with the name for the podcast this week.
Yeah, she
right?
did.
Yeah.
Which
It was pretty good.
is
No Fly Zone.
No Fly
I
Zone.
thought you forgot.
No, I didn't.
Dude, you had that deer in the headlights look like.
Well, I thought somebody was going to say it.
Oh, okay.
No Fly
No.
Zone.
But thank you guys. We all appreciate it. Everybody out there listening, please keep following us. Please keep supporting us. We love y'all. Social media, all that. Instagram, Facebook, Spotify, iTunes, Google Podcasts. Give it to me. Yeah. Twitter,
So YouTube.
YouTube, Twitter, all of it. We love y'all. We really appreciate the support. And go out there and tell somebody about us.
Yeah, tell a friend.
Yeah, friend of the podcast.
Yeah, you're a friend of the you're a friend of the show. Be a friend of the podcast. Tell somebody.
Yeah, tell somebody, guys.
Don't keep us in secret.
Yeah.
We're 3 likable guys. We love you.
Yeah.
We can love them too.
And we'll sign your shit if you come see us.
There's enough of us to go around, baby.
Yeah.
Just make sure if you do come to one of our watch parties that you I mean, I don't know if we'll have a Sharpie or anything, but you might want to bring something because knowing this group, we're not gonna have anything with us. We might have some celery.
No, if Steven's around,
No,
there's
it's
celery.
gone.
Yeah, so
I'll sign
if
your
you,
ass.
if you want your own celery, bring it to yourself. I mean,
We could be sponsored by
Steven's
celery.
eating
Yeah.
all the celery.
is there a national brand for celery?
Del Monte.
Montemani.
So here we
Fucking
go. Hey,
Dole.
the farmer's market.
Yeah. Josh's.
Here we go again.
Damn, they smacked another one?
Damn.
Or is this a...
No, that's a
Yeah,
recap.
that's a recap.
Wow. Check them out,
Yeah.
man. Yes, they're 3-0. Okay, all right, my shout-outs.
Go, Doug.
Okay, all right, I got a few, and mainly because, of the Dallas trip, we met some good people down there. We met a guy named Jorge who actually we talked about the free tickets we got. My wife and I walk up to the ticket booth at Rangers, Globe Life Park or field, and he's just standing there on his phone, and he comes up, he goes, "Hey, you guys going to buy tickets?" We're like, "Yeah." He goes, "Don't worry about it. I got comp tickets right here. People bailed on me. You want to go in with me?" I'm like,
Dude,
"Oh
what,
yeah."
what a guy.
Damn.
So we hung out with him. We purchased him some beer. We watched the Angels and the Rangers. It turned out to be a really fun game 8. And that park, guys, is just, y'all wouldn't believe how nice it is.
Oh, I'm sure.
It is brand new. It's indoors. It's very nice. Shot him out. He hung out with us also at one of the riot parties. He showed up
Oh,
and
sweet.
hung
Hell
out with
yeah.
us.
Nice.
Gave him a bracelet, said he's going to be listening. So, hey, man, don't forget, listen to us, big guy. Also want to throw out a couple other people we met. A guy named Joel. Unfortunately, he was a Cowboys fan from Charlotte.
Bet.
But he spoke well about the show. He's going to listen. Also gave him a wristband. Said he
Sweet.
was going to listen.
Thanks, Joel.
Didn't hold the Cowboy thing against him. Yeah, right. But, yeah, we met him.
Fuck
And
team.
I actually played some cornhole with him at one of the parties. So, pretty cool guy.
Hey, convert him.
Yeah, we'll try. Also met Spence, who I actually found out I had been following on Twitter, but I'd never met him. Met him. He's a Riot member. He's going to be listening to the show as well. Followed us and made him follow us on Twitter while we were sitting there. So he's going to be listening as well. Appreciate you, Spence. Hey, give us some feedback and go out and listen to us. Wanted to shout out D-Town Riot. They hosted our party we had the night before the game.
Mm-hmm.
It turned out to be a really good time. It was in downtown, basically in Dallas. Walking to that bar, the Harwood, I think it was Harwood Tavern maybe.
Mm-hmm.
We passed some interesting people, I'll just say that.
Oh, yeah,
I'm
sure.
talking about one guy, he was a Cowboys fan, he was wanting to fight everybody.
Oh, really?
So another one of the fan base we won't talk about.
Nice.
But D-Town Ride did a good job of hosting it, and we had a ball. We also got I guess somebody reached out on Twitter, and I hope I'm saying her name right. Okay. Michaela, I think is how you say it.
Mm-hmm.
She reached out and asked if we had a place, to get wristbands, that kind of thing, and she's following us, and really appreciate that. That's where we talk about the networking, and we try to get out there. Listeners to the show, we appreciate that. We're going to continue to try to get listeners from not in the Carolinas, and I think she's maybe in Alabama.
Mm-hmm.
So we're loving that. So just want to shout out to her real quick. And lastly, a coworker of my wife's named Matt. He always talks about the Crack Zone to her at work. He always says, "Hey, what beer are you gonna feature on the Crack Zone?" And we're trying to get him to listen as well. So we told him we were going to shout him out, so he better listen.
You better listen.
It's like a little treat. Yeah, you can hear your name on the
Yeah.
podcast. Come on.
And and Matt's a beer drinker. I'll tell you that.
We need to get some suggestions from him.
He's
then.
on Untapped, the
Yeah.
app that we're on. He's definitely checking in beers and things like that. So Matt, we appreciate you, man. Go out and give us a listen, and hey, be a friend of the show,
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
as we like to talk about. So
For sure, dude.
there may be somebody I'm forgetting, but that's all I got.
Hey, there's gonna be episode 11, so you'll be on episode 11.
We love you.
we're gonna wrap this up. Again, guys, on behalf of behind the scenes people, we got tech guy, mysterious manager Sarah.
Yep.
Probably somebody else we're not thinking about.
Nope.
And I want to shout out to
The ghost.
my two co-hosts again. Love working with these guys. Hey, we're back. We're loving this thing. So hey, go out and give us a listen. So
we love you, Dougie.
We love you, Dougie Fresh.
I love you too, guys.
Even though you're a Cardinals fan, but yeah.
we won't love you in a couple weeks when we see you.
Yeah.
well, I don't hold the Braves thing against y'all either. So it is what it is.
'Cause you always smack us.
But hopefully both our teams win.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
all right, so here it is, episode 11. We're going to end it up. We're going to still come up with something, guys. We got to come up with something, guys. But we'll go ahead and rebound this
Yeah.
week.
Yeah, what the hell happened last week there,
I don't
Doug?
know. It didn't work,
You
man.
threw a fucking wild card at us.
Yeah, I know.
What the
It was
hell was that?
confusing as hell.
We're not going to do that this
Pounding
week.
keep. What the hell does that mean?
We're not going to do that because we went to Dallas and it didn't work out well. So we're just going to end it with, our good Carolina Panther motto, catchphrase.
Let's
On
go.
3, guys. 1, 2, 3.
Keep pounding, baby.